All right. Welcome to Memorial Stadium.
This is new.
Yeah.
I haven't talked in front of a camera since April. I'm not sure to feel right now.
That's all right. Low expectations, I hope.
Okay, there we go. I can work with that.
Yeah. Lots of wind, too.
Oh, yeah. I think we were talking before we went on live. This is about as windy as it's gonna get, or as it can get.
Yeah.
One of my folders I had under this notepad flew off our top of the press box all the way down to the middle of the road. That was not fun to go grab. And it wasn't like protected or anything. Again, it was under the notebook. I couldn't tape it down because I needed it in my hands, and it's going to be a problem tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of problems, I need to actually pull up the stream.
Okay.
It's a little meta. It's kind of what I have to do for all of the live streams in case something fails.
High maintenance over here.
Yeah, that's right.
So now I guess I can kind of get going while Jeff gets the stream up. Welcome to Memorial. This is the Friday Night Rivals game, so unfortunately we are not going to be going live tonight. You're going to have to tune in to watch Fox. You want to watch this game. We will still be here doing our thing. Just you guys won't be able to see us. You'll be having to listen to the Watch Fox crew do their thing tonight. So I know
Stacey Huff. He does a good job.
He does a great job.
Yeah.
He does a great job, and it's looking forward. It's going to be good coverage. I actually interned at Watch Fox. I've mentioned that briefly here and there, so I do know the sideline reporter down there. So she's pretty awesome. So yeah, go tune in to Watch Fox tonight. Should be a great game, and one that's personal for us.
Yeah, so it's on 57.2 if you have a digital antenna, I guess. And then I can't remember, it's like 1260, 1280.
I think for Spectrum, and do not quote me on this, but I think it's 12.
Yeah, it's in the 1200.
Yeah, it's something around there.
All right.
So yeah,
although you can go to watch.com.
Yes, watch.com as well.
It's the easiest way.
Twitter, just go follow any of Matt Dow, Matt Vereen, or Amanda, and they all have probably links to. They're the sports team at Watch Fox. They probably have links to the Friday Night Rivals games. Go check them out and just click the link and watch this game, and hopefully it's gonna be a good one. I don't think you updated. Did you upload the game last week?
No, it's still private.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me stream. So
no, yeah. I don't know if you uploaded it to YouTube afterwards, but
we do have a few highlights from the game.
We do.
So.
We do have a few.
Should we go back to the beginning of the first game of the season?
I think we should. This game was very, very different. Heath Moser starting off the game at quarterback. He got hurt at the end of the half, and in comes now our starting quarterback, Robert Winsky.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can.
All right, so let's
to this.
Let's see some Greenwood highlights. I have it muted, so you're still going to hear us. You're just going to see the highlights.
Yeah, and this was all the way back about 5 weeks ago. It's crazy to think about. We were like halfway through the season now. Week zero. This is before NFL, before college. You had Greenwood and AC Flora on your screens. And again, you could see this is Heath Moser, and we'll probably get into him later in this little pregame show. And again, thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully should be a good one. But you can see Heath Moser, he was out there dinking and dunking early. However, again, the end of the half, he got hurt. Kind of just, see, this is the first touchdown of the night for AC Flora. A little handoff to Noah Kelson, who's playing fullback at that point, right up the gut. Early, one of his many, many touchdowns so far this year.
Noah in the backfield with his brother there.
Yeah.
And we'll have his brother back today.
Yes, Solomon Kelson is going to make his return today to the field. He had a broken finger. He is back on the field healthy. Noah, we do not know. The question marks are still up in the air for him. I'm sure we'll get into that a little later as well as we go through these highlights and talk about all that we have. But yeah, Noah looked like an ankle/knee injury last week. He was strung out on a tackle, and just out of nowhere, it didn't look that bad. Looked like a regular tackle, and just kind of, unfortunately, hurt one of his ankles and knees. So there's no update on him. We're gonna have to see what we're doing at running back. Who filled in from last week was Ja'Kiah Johnson.
You can a lot of wind.
Listen, you can hear the wind. It is. We're not lying when we said it's gonna be windy. You're gonna get gusts like this all night. So if you ever hear a little this little boom, get ready. It's gonna be a night up here in the press box as well as down there on the field, which may be a good thing for us. They have a kicker who can kick a 51-yarder. So.
Oh really?
Their kicker, 5 for 7 this year, as long as is a 51-yarder. So be prepared, Chapin. They can pretty much pull up wherever and take a field goal.
Here's the touchdown pass to
Braxton Murray. Braxton Murray is also one of the people we have not heard since that first game. I want to see Roper kind of get him involved more tonight.
Yeah.
He had such a good game that first week, going for over 70 yards, and then had
sporadic catches every now and then.
It's just, I don't know what happened. I do not want to speculate on what happened, but he's not really been on the field that much. And you can just hear this wind is now howling in. Again, it's going to be a rough one all night. As we can, this is where Roper Wensky started coming in, and you can see the potential. This is a sophomore now playing his game, and that is a strike over the middle. Trip Van Vleck, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, this is where you started seeing the emergence of Roper Wensky. He is our quarterback, and last week wasn't his best game. 8 for the last 22 passes. Once Noah Kelson went down, and once Kendall Bird kind of got locked up a little bit, we did see Roper kind of try to force some things in there, overthrow a couple people, and it wasn't his best game. However, Roper, one thing he's done really well this year, and I applaud him, 14 touchdowns, only 1 interception. For a first-year starter, he's taking care of the ball phenomenally well. He's not one to put it on the turf. He's one to put it in his receiver's hands or on the ground.
So last year, Karu Bates was our quarterback. I'm pretty sure, unless he had over 200 against South Florence, Coach Floyd never let him throw for over 200.
Well, we had Markel Townsend.
Yeah.
Which, another one we'll probably get into a little later because, oh boy, Markel Townsend means a lot tonight, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But, Roper Wensky's been phenomenal. Has about 800 passing yards. Now, he's going to be dueling another great quarterback, Brady Albro. Albro is a junior from Chapin. He's going to be the one dueling. 70% completion percentage compared to Roper's 80 or 58. He's a pocket passer, and he has not thrown an interception tonight. Big challenge for our defense. Can we contain him in the pocket? Or make him uncomfortable is more of a correct word. We have not been able to get many sacks in the defensive line. Need to pressure him early and often, get out of his comfort zone. He's a phenomenal quarterback. It's going to be a long night if we let him sit back there and throw it around.
I went ahead and started rolling the highlights from Dreer.
Yeah, no, this is our second game of the year at Dreer, and I talked to Coach Floyd last week before our game. I kind of wanted to kind of give him some space tonight because Watch Fox is doing all their thing. I didn't really get to talk to him much, but he told me last week that this was, or 2 weeks ago rather, that this was a game that his team needed. This is where we really found our groove. It was an offensive explosion, to say the least, against Dreer. Put up over 60 points in the 61-13 beatdown of the Blue Devils.
What did Wensky have? 3 or 4 touchdowns?
He had 4 touchdowns that game, all to one Kendall Bird.
Oh, Kendall Bird.
Yeah, Kendall Bird. This is where Kendall Bird really emerged. 4 touchdowns. And since then, he's been the #1 receiver. He's totaled 7 on the year. Again, this was his highest was in that game. Another sophomore that has become Wensky's top target. And this is the impact Solomon Kelson can bring to this team tonight. He will be used throughout the whole team. We're excited to see Solomon back out there on the field. And hopefully should be a good one. Again, you could just see the impact Noah Kelson has here. It's so hard to stop him upfield. He is such a good runner. And when you think he's stopped, he continues. So it's a big loss. Noah Kelson, hopefully he's back. Hopefully. We do not know. But, again, last week didn't look good. We're hoping he's back on the field. We unfortunately have no update on Noah. And this was Kendall Bird. This was a beautiful pass in stride to Mr. 9, Kendall Bird. He's been phenomenal all season. 3 straight 100-yard games. Of course, started in this game tonight. He had 171 yards last week, one you didn't see, including a 70-yard catch that he did not score a touchdown on. I don't understand how.
Oh, yeah, he got tackled right.
Yeah, he got tackled at the 8. Tackled at the 8. Okay. Josh Davis got his first touchdown of the year next couple plays. I think it was 2 plays later on a
freshman receiver.
Yeah, freshman receiver. It was who we called Trenley Wright earlier, probably in this game as well.
Yeah.
Before Jeff was like, that's not Trenley. And we were like, well, we unfortunately do not have a number for him. So no Trenley Wright. That is Josh Davis, and he could be starting to emerge. He's been playing more formations. Only 2 catches on the year, but he is looking to poise to kind of make an impact and break out in a way tonight in this game. However, I do need to talk about Chapin a little bit. We gotta know it.
We'll show other highlights, but keep talking about
on the other side, Chapin, 4-headed monster at receiver. They don't run a lot of tight end sets. They are really out of 4 wide. 3 receivers over 250 yards, Floyd, Bostic, and Narain. All 3 receivers over 250 yards. Going to be a tough day for our secondary. And then they also have one Weldon Gunter. He was out for the first 2 weeks, but since then he's kind of started finding his groove. 168 receiving yards, 1 touchdown in 3 games. He's going to kind of start finding his way into that offense a little more as he gets healthier and healthier. Really going to be a lot in our secondary. This Chapin team doesn't run. They only average around 70 yards of rushing yards per game. It's going to going to be a lot of strain on our secondary. And I talked to Coach Brown, again, the DB coach today. He was telling me that there's a lot of focus breaking down and tackling, keeping people in front of them. A lot of keeping the receivers in front of them, as we were seeing some turnovers. One that we didn't have last week. We needed one very badly, but we never got one. We've had around 5 turnovers on the season. Again, hate to bring it up, they have 9. They've also played in one more game. Let me be very clear. Chapin has played one more game than us. They are 4-1 compared to our 2-2.
So in this,
and a lot of wind.
Wow, that's so much wind.
It cannot. I'll quote you, Jeff. It cannot get much windier than it is right now.
All right, so I got an idea though. Flip your heads. I don't know if this will help, but
we'll see what happens. Hopefully, wind is
just because the wind is coming from our right.
Coming from our right.
Yeah.
It's coming from pretty much the northeast part of the field, coming corner in.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess right now, but both teams starting to warm up for this game, and we're gonna stop around 30 minutes before game time. Let Watch Fox do their thing. Let you watch this intro. Again, we'll still be here. So we'll have all of our stats and everything getting ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and I will be live tweeting.
Yes.
So
Definite Fiction.
Yeah, Definite Fiction.
Definite Fiction on Twitter and/or /X.
On X.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a weird transition.
Yeah.
Twitter/X. So yeah, we can just.
Oh man. So I assume, so the 4-game win streak for Chapin. Who have they played?
So Chapin, they've got actually drew up by one of our friends we're going to see in a couple weeks, Irmo, who has been absolutely phenomenal this
Irmo's
year.
Been really good.
Really can't wait to see them. They are number 6 in the AAA pool. Since the Irmo drubbing of Chapin, which was 3-48, Chapin has gone 4 straight games. Mid Carolina 63-0, Spring Valley 38-7, Newberry 27-14, and they played Brooklyn Casey, who we beat here 2 weeks ago. They beat them 38-31.
Oh, okay. So that's Spring Valley's having a rough go.
Yeah.
And then what did you say? Midland
Newberry.
Valley?
Newberry.
And Newberry.
Yeah.
Did you say Mid Carolina or
Mid Carolina? Yeah, Mid Carolina.
Okay.
63-0, and it was not pretty.
Yeah, no.
So
yeah, I don't know how Newberry is this year, but yeah, no, it's interesting. The BC one is the most interesting of those.
Yeah, so we played. I mean, it was pretty much we beat them 42-35. They beat them 38-31. So very similar score. Now, if you want any sort of kind of little up, we have not lost a home game. We are 2-0 at home. Unfortunately, our 2 losses, 0-2 on the road. But we are here at Memorial rivalry week, and talking to Coach Brown, this one's personal. Chapin is, as many of you guys know, Markel Townsend will hopefully be watching tonight. Maybe not on our stream, but through Watch Fox. Markel will be watching after Chapin's coaches, and I use this term kind of bluntly, snubbed him from the All-State team pretty much.
Yeah, the north-south?
North-south game, yeah. Correct, yeah.
All right, I'm going to roll some BC highlights.
This is Brooklyn Casey. Again, one of our 2 teams we've had similar comparisons with. Again, they beat them in Brooklyn Casey last week, 38-31. Unfortunately, didn't get to see how that one went. But this team can score early and often, as they've done against Brooklyn Casey. They're a very dangerous team. Going to have to be on our A game, especially in the secondary, as I brought up. It's going to be a tough one. Another place that we kind of struggled was kickoff coverage last week.
Oh, man, that was rough.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it, but unfortunately going to have to. 2 plays, 2 kickoffs. One really kind of turned the tide of the game as we saw watching it back. But first, we were up 13-6 in the second quarter. It was about 4 minutes left. We're going to get the ball after they scored. That was their first touchdown. And they punted it between the up man and one of our mid linemen and just fell perfectly in place, and unfortunately couldn't get on it.
Yeah, when I look back at that, I'm pretty sure it landed about a yard behind where the up man started.
It did, and the other problem is the up man, what he did was he just ran, and he didn't even think to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Which was just, it's unfortunately not an excuse. You're going to have to clean it up tonight, and again, we talked to the coaches, and they told me, they said we practice every day this week on kickoff coverage in more than 20 minutes, which is their usual practice on kickoff coverage. So they are going to fix these problems tonight is the hope, and you're going to have to against a good Chapin team.
Yeah, and they always have a really good onside kick specialist kicker.
They did. They had one against us last year.
Yeah.
This was the one game I remember I went to at Chapin High School. They had a phenomenal onside kick late in that game just to make it a little closer, you know. They made it a little closer at the end. We were still able to bring home the win. No, it was kind of a little stressful, not really. There was a lot of stress up until the end where we got to kind of pull away. But yeah, they are, again, their kicker, he can kick from long, kick from short. He has not missed a singular extra point. It's going to be tough sledding against this kicker tonight. Hopefully we can get a block or something, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of mess up his rhythm. It's going to be tough on our defensive front over there. Now their defense, it's been solid. Again, we've seen not a lot of points. The most points they've given up is Irmo, 48, and then they gave up 31 last week. They're led by their two defensive linemen, Xavier Williams and Lamont Johnson, a combined 9 sacks. It's going to be a tough day. They both play on the left side of that defensive line, so the right side of our offensive line. They're going to have their hands full tonight. They're going to have to keep those two in bay. Got to keep Roper Wensky clean tonight. That's one of the other kind of key factors of this game. Roper Wensky probably had his worst game as a starter last week. Can he bounce back and push that from his mind, getting back into this game and playing well? Again, they are a team that can cause havoc wherever. 5 fumbles, 4 interceptions on the defensive front for Chapin. It's going to have to be a good game from Roper if we want to take this one home.
That's what he said. So that was his worst game, but I mean he was still what, 2-3 touchdowns?
Yeah, Roper had 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns last week.
His completion
317 yards. Yeah, the completion percentage was where he really struggled. Only 19 for 37.
But it's because lack of protection up front, I think, right?
That is part of it. There are a couple of plays where he was overthrowing some receivers. Unfortunately, lack of protection did matter. But we're going to have to see, again, right side of that offensive line, Demarius Baker, he comes back tonight. Demarius Baker can confirm he is playing. He did not play last week, but he will be starting that right guard position. Tracy Borden-Bryant was the right guard before him. But, yeah, Demarius Baker is back. Big addition to the offensive line, as well as Elijah Green.
He's like the captain of the line.
And Elijah Green as well, that right tackle. They're going to have to keep Williams and Johnson in bay for Chapin. Kind of just keep him out of the backfield. Give us some room to run, as well as keep Roper clean. Those are the two big things on the mind of the offensive line tonight. Again, a tough task. This team has 15 sacks. Chapin does in 5 games. They average 3 sacks a game. Gonna need some blocking.
Yeah.
Gonna need some blocking. Another one we got to talk about, and we can kind of see here in the Broken Casey game. We didn't see him in this game because he was hurt, but Heath Moser.
Yeah.
For those who do not know, and I doubt it's many people, Heath played tight end last week.
Yeah.
Coaches said, all right, this guy needs to be involved as much as possible, which I would agree. Heath Moser, again, started the year as quarterback. Since then, he's really coming to run the ball, and he had a great run last week, a 40-plus yard run last week. That got us down into the red zone. But unfortunately, a play later, he did get hurt. So we do not know the status on Heath Moser tonight either. Heath is up in the air, questionable to play tonight. We'll have to see if he uses in there. If not, again, Max Elliott, I'm pretty sure still hurt, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so he is stressed out, though.
Heath is?
Heath, right at midfield.
All right, well, maybe then he could see him play again.
Oh, wait. No, that's it's Evan wearing Heath's number.
Okay. Well, that maybe answer your question then if he's playing. So, again, we did not see what happened. He was the Wildcat quarterback at that point. Now he's technically not a starting quarterback anymore. Yeah. But Heath came in as Wildcat, took the ball up the middle, and we really couldn't see the injury. We really don't know what happened. It was a body of Camden Bulldogs there that kind of corralled him. We have no idea what happened. He was on the ground for a while, unfortunately. I saw him walking earlier, but I do not know if it does not look like he's dressed tonight. I guess now he's kind of confirmed he's not dressed tonight.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, it's going to kind of be Kobe Ridgel. He's going to be not Kobe Ridgel, Aiden Sauls, excuse me.
Yeah, I was going to say Colby's out, too.
Aiden Sauls, excuse me. I don't know why I said Kobe. My fault. Aiden Sauls will be the one.
Is Max back? Do we know?
I do not know. Last time I heard he was out, but I have not asked about tonight.
It's kind of funny. We're looking back at the players.
Yes.
No,
yes.
He's out there, number 45.
I guess y'all can see his players are behind us warming up. You can maybe catch a glimpse of the
Max
AC
is
Flora
like
players.
right behind my other laptop.
So yeah, he's somewhere in that C down there. But yeah, Max Elliott, he would be a big addition back after Heath going down.
Yeah.
We would hopefully need another tight end back because we do usually run we run a lot of 2 tight end sets. That is one of our kind of things that we have using 2 receivers and 2 tight ends. Those 2 tight ends are going to hopefully tonight be Max Elliott, Aiden Sauls, hoping to see them involved blocking up front as well as in the pass game as well. Because if we can kind of incorporate them in the pass game like we do with Heath Moser had 70 yards last week. He would just leak out of the backfield, and they didn't have an answer for him for a lot of the time. So we'll have to see if we use Max Elliott and Heath Moser like that.
Yeah, speaking of Heath Moser, I'm showing the Camden highlights. And
yeah, you can just see there he is.
He looked good catching the ball.
I say he looked like a natural receiver last week, and this was our first touchdown. So I'll go through these highlights since you haven't seen them unless you follow Definite Fiction. This was Akoa Rowensky dropping back, looking for his favorite man, Kendall Bird, in stride, double coverage, bang.
That was so good.
First touchdown on the board, and that was scored quick. That was opening drive. AC Flora went right down, making it look easy. And then early in this game, we really stopped Camden. This run game had nowhere to go for the Bulldogs. The front 7 looked phenomenal. However, I don't know if we have many Camden highlights, but later it was kind of turned to...
Yeah, no Camden highlights.
No Camden highlights.
I think I'm going to do that. Come on.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, so there were 2 turning points, or two really bad hits. Well, 3 really bad hits. Losing Noah, and then...
The kickoff was a bad one. And then
the kickoff, and then...
losing Albert Perkins.
Yeah,
we have not talked about him. Albert Perkins, another player who got hurt. Status, again, unknown for tonight, but... Yeah, again, AC Flora coaches don't want to give us much, which I do not blame them. This is a personal game for the Falcons tonight. They don't want to give us much, understandable. So they have kind of withheld information from us, but Albert Perkins did go down middle of that game. But Coach Brown kind of put it, you as their offensive captain, your defensive captain, does kind of impact this team. And tonight's all about adversities for these Falcons. They are 2-2.
Coach Brown hasn't set it up yet.
Yeah, give us 1 sec. Yeah, sorry, but so yeah, you can kind of see this is kind of late in the game. We were already kind of down by a lot because Chapin scored 38 unanswered points. Camden, excuse me, not Chapin. Hopefully not.
God.
Yeah, I'm just change 2 CHs. All right, just let me have it. But no, Camden, not even a CH, but Camden scored 38 unanswered points. We kind of fought back at the end. We made it respectable, but after we went up 13-0, they outscored us in 2.5 quarters by a score of 52-14. It was not our way we wanted to end the game, and a lot of those happened after. And there's Kendall Bird's 70-yard touchdown again. I don't know how he doesn't.
Oh no, this is when he
or not touchdown. This is he got stopped short. He got thrown down around the 8-yard line, and then a couple plays later, Josh Davis. Oh, guess you don't have it.
Yeah, no.
Josh Davis eventually would score on that drive, and that would be his first touchdown.
No. That was.
Is that Van Blake?
He catch? No.
Josh Davis had a touchdown. He had the last one.
Right at the end?
That was him at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it was Trip Van Blake with the other one, or his second receiving touchdown today. He is the number 2 option behind Kendall Berg, and have to look for him more because he quietly had a 70-yard game last year. Has to get receiver.
Yeah.
Should have taken his over if you had the player props up on Prize Picks. Unfortunately, I don't think they do that for here. So that's kind of really, I guess, all we have. All I at least have, again, keys to stopping the game. Pressure Brady Albro. Keep him in, make his life, not keep him in the pocket, but make his life uncomfortable in that pocket. Yeah. Our front 7 needs to hit him early and often, make him realize, hey, we're going to come after you. Another big step, our secondary is going to have to corral those 4 receivers. Last week, Camden really did a number on these screen routes, these little short dump-offs. That was where we lost the game toward the end. And they also found, and once they got the dump-offs, they found the middle of the field, and we were a bit stretched. And again, injuries happen, and unfortunately, we did not recover from them until late in that game. Our offense and defense didn't really recover because I'm pretty sure they scored 24 straight points to end the half. We were down 24-13. Another kind of quick tidbit, we could have got a little closer. A little clock management, not management, but malfunctioning. We should have had one more play at the end. We had a Trip Van Vliet catch.
The first half,
we should have a Trip Van Vliet catch all the way to the 4-yard line, and they kind of cut the clock running for like 3 extra seconds, and that 1 second we used was for Roper to spike it. So clock management. I'm not going to blame that because you gotta fight through that a little bit in a way. And 24 points to end the half for Camden is not ideal at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they eventually tack on 2 more touchdowns to really kind of put us to bed in that third quarter. So secondary's have to corral these receivers. Defensive line gonna have to make Brady Albro's life just a little uncomfortable back there. Make him move, make him get out of the pocket, make him just make an error at throws, make him turn that ball over for the first time this year. Offensively, it's gonna be all about Roper Wensky. Can he bounce back? Can he lead this offense? Can we establish a run game in this game? Again, we did not really have a run game last game, and part of that was because we were down toward that second half, and also Noah Kelson going down. But we're going to have to figure out our run game tonight, kind of make it so Roper doesn't do everything, but Roper still is going to have to lead this unit against these Eagles tonight and make an impact.
All right.
And then, yeah, but again, game is personal. Markel Townsend, they snubbed him. Chapin's coach was the coach for I think it was the South.
I think it's the South.
Yeah, the South team.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they
couldn't find a spot
for Markel Townsend, who is currently playing on Saturdays up at Western Carolina.
Yeah.
So they, I think AC Flora understands, and talking to a couple of coaches and players, this one's personal. Tonight we're coming for Markel again. Hopefully Markel can watch this game somewhere, but think this is tonight. It's maybe a game for Markel.
Awesome. I think we did a pregame show.
I think we did all right. I hope so. Our first little kind of throwing together pregame show. I'm sorry we can't be with you for the game. Watch Fox will do their thing. They're phenomenal at what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to hype it up too much for you, but I labeled this the world's greatest ever pregame show. so it was.
And you have me.
Whether it actually is or not, it's right there on the internet.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
good job.
Oh, are we still on?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still
okay.
okay.
Yeah, we're still
okay,
on.
making sure.
On. All right, but yeah, we're about to cut off because
to
we have to start filming. We don't get to stream. Yeah.
No. So
Watch Fox.
Watch
57.2.
12 on Spectrum, I want to say, or just go to watchfox.com, and yeah, the game will be on their website, and probably around game time. Maybe it's already started. I'm not exactly sure. Go watch our AC Flora Falcons play the Chapin Eagles.
Awesome.
Hopefully bounce back.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us.